the calm strategist, turning workplace stress into opportunity. In the whirlwind of deadlines, the constant ping of emails, and the pressure to deliver results, we often feel like we're standing on a cliff edge. One wrong move and everything may tumble. Yet, in the pages of history, there are countless people who faced unimaginable odds, yet emerged not unscathed but unbreakable. Their secret: a steady, disciplined mind shaped by ancient wisdom. In this journey, we'll explore how the Stoic discipline practiced by Roman emperors, Greek philosophers, and even ancient artisans can be translated into today's modern workplace, giving us the tools to remain calm, focused, and proactive when the storm rages. What is Stoicism? Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches us to recognize what is truly within our control and to cultivate a tranquil inner life regardless of external circumstances. It is about resilience, clear thinking, and purposeful action. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, taught that the obstacle on the path becomes the path, and that one's virtue is the only true good. By anchoring ourselves in these principles, we can transform workplace stress from a burden into a wellspring of growth. You are not alone in wanting to find this calm. In the following chapters, we'll walk through 5 stories from the ancient world, each from a different culture and era, illustrating how Stoic thinking manifested in real life. The lessons will be distilled into actionable steps you can apply today, right in your office or at home. Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Unshaken Anchor. When the Roman Empire was besieged by barbarian tribes, Marcus Aurelius, a man already burdened by the weight of the state, found himself at a crossroad. His generals begged him to retreat, but he had one simple commandment: stay disciplined in thought and action. Instead of letting fear dictate his strategy, he reminded himself that the only thing he could truly control was his own mind and decisions. His calmness became the ship's anchor, his army, a crew that could see him as steady in a raging sea. Stoic insight. What Marcus showed us is that the most powerful tool against crisis is an unwavering inner discipline. When the external world throws chaos, the internal storm can be soothed by a clear, calm focus on the actions we own. Modern application. Today, when your team faces a project overrunning and budgets evaporating, pause for a micro moment. Identify the 2-3 actions you can influence, e.g., renegotiate with a vendor, reallocate internal personnel. Communicate those steps with clarity to your team, and let the rest of the world go where it will. That clarity transforms a flurry of worries into a roadmap. Conclusion. Our minds are the anchors we can keep with us no matter how tempestuous the tides. By tightening that anchor with Stoic discipline, we turn crises into opportunities for decisive, purpose-driven action. Call to action. If this resonance struck a chord, hit like, share with a colleague, and subscribe for more practical insights. Reflective question. What external stressor in your current role could you respond to with the same calm focus Marcus Aurelius wielded? And which small step within your control can you act on first? Chapter 2: The Lighthouse of Leadership. In ancient Greece, during the Peloponnesian War, a small outpost at a cliff's edge mustered a fleet of soldiers. A severe thunderstorm threatened to swamp the ships, and their commander, a young general named Calix, faced doubt from his ranks. Instead of drowning in fear, Calix recalled the teachings of the wise philosophers, particularly the notion that a leader's calm is the beacon that keeps the crew on course. Calix's decision was simple but profound. He lit a large lantern at the cliff's highest point, then commanded each lieutenant to keep their lines tight, to focus on the light above and not the clouds below. The crew, seeing their commander standing firm, let their anxieties dissolve into the rhythm of disciplined orders. The fleet returned safe, their spirits bolstered by a leader who turned a storm into a lesson in presence. Stoic insight. Leadership is not about commanding from the front, but about embodying the state of calm that others can emulate. By projecting calm, you give your team a safe axis around which to navigate uncertainty. Modern application. The next time you lead a meeting under tight deadlines, pause for a breath. Speak calmly, outline a clear plan, and remind your team of the objectives. If they sense your composure, they'll mirror it and the anxiety of the project will diminish. Practice the 1-minute calm before each meeting. Close your eyes, inhale, exhale, and set a single intention for the discussion. Conclusion. A leader's composure becomes a lighthouse, guiding a team through turbulent waters. Your calm is not passive, it is an active force of control, direction, and hope. Call to action. Found this point helpful? Like the post, share it with your network, and subscribe for more powerful leadership tactics. Reflective question. Which situations in your organization are currently stormy, and how can your own calm serve as a guiding light for others? Chapter 3: The Balanced Dance. In ancient China, scholars debated the secrets of balance, an idea so essential that it shaped the entire civilization. One such debate took place between Master Li and the royal court during the reign of Emperor Wu. The emperor, intrigued by a sudden drop in grain production, asked Master Li, "How do we prevent the mountain of grain that is already on our shelves from turning into a famine?" Master Li responded with a humble analogy of the bamboo. He said, "Bamboo doesn't grow in straight lines, it bends and flexes with the wind. It is not the storm or the bamboo, but the bamboo's ability to adapt that keeps it upright." He further explained that the emperor's plan to simply harvest more would only strain the soil. Instead, he should nurture the soil's health and diversify crops. Master Li's balanced perspective saved the empire. It wasn't about pushing for one outcome, but about understanding interconnections and adapting prudently. Stoic insight. Stoicism is not rigidity, it is adaptability. One must act within the scope of one's power while remaining flexible in planning, much like bamboo embracing the wind. Modern application. When planning a product launch that may be delayed, don't fixate on a single timeline. Instead, keep your team prepared for incremental releases, diversify features, and have contingencies for each scenario. By developing a flexible, adaptive strategy, you ensure that your team remains resilient rather than rattled when the schedule shifts. Conclusion. The ability to adapt fluidly, without losing sight of the core objective, creates an enduring strength that keeps progress flowing like water over stone. Call to action. If the bamboo analogy resonates, share this insight and click subscribe for more stories that blend ancient wisdom with modern strategy. Reflective question. Which project or goal feels rigid in your mind, and how might you reframe it into a flexible, adaptable bamboo approach to sustain progress? Chapter 4: The Mirror of Self-Reflection. The ancient Egyptians revered the practice of introspection via the mirror ritual during the annual festival of Setneksin. Each noble would sit in solitude, looking into a polished metal mirror while contemplating the 10 commandments of the gods. They believed that by watching their own reflection, they could discern their character and align themselves with divine virtue. In a similar fashion, a legendary Egyptian scribe named Nefertari, tasked with drafting the laws of her city, would spend a day each week silently reading aloud her sentences to herself and asking, "Will this law align my city's moral compass?" This routine gave her the calm to make fair, balanced decisions. Stoic insight. The act of self-reflection is the mirror that shows whether our thoughts and actions align with our values. It is an internal audit to maintain integrity and calm. Modern application. Set a daily 5-minute mirror moment before work. Review your daily goals and consider whether each task aligns with your core values and long-term objectives. If a task pulls you away from your mission, pause and redirect your energy. This regular self-check turns a hectic day into an orchestrated symphony. Conclusion. When we regularly look inward, we create a steady compass that points us to purposeful, calm action. Call to action. Like this reminder for daily focus, share it with your peers, and subscribe for more timeless practices to illuminate the modern workplace. Reflective question. As you plan your day, can you identify a task you could shift or remove to ensure your work truly reflects your values? Chapter 5: The Power of Letting Go. In the Persian Empire, the wise King Achaemenes faced a rebellion in a far-flung province. The governor's son raised a revolt, threatening to sever a crucial trade route. Many counselors urged harsh punishment, but Achaemenes turned to a simple, almost paradoxical approach. He ordered the governor to be exiled for a year, but then he secretly reinstated him after the exile, telling the province that the exile had restored true stewardship. The rebellion dissipated, and the trade route stabilized. Achaemenes' calmness lay not in hard justice, but in a thoughtful, compassionate release of tension. By letting go of the immediate urge to punish, he healed a deeper wound. Stoic insight. The paradox of controlling one's life is letting go, not clinging. Release the urge to impose harsh judgments on things outside your power, and your inner peace will remain intact. Modern application. When a stakeholder demands a new feature that will overextend your team, rather than forcibly deliver or outright refuse, propose a phased approach. Offer a short-term deliverable that satisfies the need, then schedule a more comprehensive solution for later. This gentle release of tension preserves relationships and reduces stress. Conclusion. The ability to release, to step back from immediate impulse, creates the space for deeper wisdom, allowing you to act intentionally and calmly. Call to action. If you found this story enlightening, give this video a like, share it with your network, and subscribe for more transformative tales. Reflective question. Is there a situation where your instinct is to react strongly, and how could a calm release of that impulse lead to a better outcome? Philosophy Spotlight, Stoicism. Stoicism, distilled simply, is about differentiating between what we can control and what we cannot. The ancient Greek thinker Marcus Aurelius said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lives in our minds." This perspective reframes adversity as a neutral stimulus, prompting a measured, rational response. When faced with stress, we are offered a choice, either to let external events rattle us or to rise above them with disciplined grace. Key lessons for modern success. 1. Control your internal dialogue. In a fast-moving marketplace, we often feel like our jobs are riding a roller coaster. Stoicism reminds us that we hold the reins to our thoughts. When stress hits, pause, reframe, and remind yourself that your reaction is within your power, not the external event. This resets your mindset from victim to proactive decision-maker. 2. Focus on action, not outcome. Project managers love metrics, but Stoicism teaches that only actions are certain. Concentrate on what you can do, complete tasks, communicate effectively, learn, and let the results become inevitable. This focus dissolves overwhelm and promotes sustainable productivity. Continue your wisdom journey.